Oh, come on, give me more. All right, zip it. Harrison Central Boys High School basketball team. That's our team of the week, and they are here. And they'll be doing a sports challenge with Bill Phillips.
Yeah.
What? I don't know, but I've been trying to get you to do that punching bag.
Well, man, maybe it's the punching bag tonight. Maybe it's the punching bag. We'll have to see.
Tonight,
we got a lot of guys to take a shot at that punching bag and see how they can do. But we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun doing the sports challenge. We'll have some fun eating some food. We'll have some fun making our picks for the Super Bowl. We're going to have a great time here at Seven Ranges in Steubenville. It's a place you need to come out and see. But the thing we love to do first, Doc.
Well, we have opening statements, but this is NEWS9 Sports on the go on all of your favorite streaming platforms. We sit here and we talk sports, we eat some food, and we have a whole heck of a lot of fun here at Seven Ranges Entertainment
Food, fun, and games.
In Steubenville at the Fort Steuben Mall. Food, fun, and games, but we always start with a Mike Nogay, attorney Mike Nogay, opening statements. And we kick that off tonight with it's a brand new day.
It is indeed a brand new day.
Ryan Day, coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, the Michigan loss. People were on him, complaining he can't do it, can't get it done. He got it done in a big way, winning the national title, and he got paid today, Bill.
Oh, he got paid. They backed up the truck to his house, and they just said, unload it, fellas. $12.5 million annually, every year, $12.5 million through 2031. It's somewhere over $80 million. Brand new day. Producer extraordinaire Jordan came up with that headline, brand new day. It was a good one, and why not? And it is a brand new day because the Michigan game, the seat was so hot. If he lost to Tennessee, maybe he's out as the head coach. But they go on a 4-game winning streak that includes a national title win. Now he's the second highest paid coach in the country behind Kirby Smart of Georgia, who gets $13.3 million.
Billy, it might be a Taylor Swift song, I don't know, but haters are going to hate.
Oh, absolutely.
Haters going to hate,
no
and the
what.
people that really piled on him, the true Buckeye fans stood behind him, and boy, did they get it done. Great run to win the national title. Now, haters are going to hate, and players are going to play, and there's some coordinators for the bag. A big amount of money. Knowles goes to the rival Penn State for $3.1 million. Chip Kelly, who goes all over the place, he's now back in the NFL
Matt Carroll,
with the Raiders.
The Raiders. He's going to get $6 million with the Raiders. He's going to be with Matt Carroll. He's got an opportunity to make some big money and maybe win a Super Bowl, get that franchise turned around. I think they have carte blanche out there in Vegas for those two. But then you have the defensive coordinator. Knowles goes to Penn State. He's a Philly guy, so he said it was a dream come true to go there. So we're still waiting on the defensive coordinator, but it looks like Brian, he's going to be the offensive coordinator and the primary play caller, according to reports. So we'll see what he can do. He's in the NFL for 7 years, 6 with the Dolphins, 1 with the Browns. He's been great in the wide receiver, the best wide receiver group in the country.
Oh, all Ohio State does is produce first-round draft picks and star NFL wide receivers. And remember, WVU, when they had their opening, supposedly had talked to Heartline as well, one of the hottest coaching prospects. That could be a natural move, good fit for them. And they've also got, had talked some, you've heard, to Randy Bates, who has an Ohio State connection, who's the Pitt defensive coordinator, about the defensive coordinator job. But they've got a Knowles disciple, a younger assistant on the staff that could be the guy.
It could be the guy. I would think they want to stay in-house. You're going to stay in-house for Heartline. And I think what they wanted to do, Don, was get the deal done today with the head coach. Get Ryan Day taken care of. Give him his headlines. Give him his flowers. Give him his cash. Now we go to the offensive coordinator. Then we go to the defensive coordinator, and everything falls into place from there. Because spring ball is not going to be the same this year. They're all going to get a little bit of rest as they get ready for the next coming season.
Now, do you want to try the pronunciation of that name, though?
No, I'm done.
Matty.
There you go, Matty. Safety's coach.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll go with Matty G.
Guerrero? I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds Guerrero.
That'll work. That'll work.
We'll give it a shot.
Miles and miles to go, and there's something about Miles and his sleep. I don't know, but Miles Garrett came out this week.
Whoa, there's no sleep till Brooklyn.
Isn't there for Miles and Miles
till Brooklyn.
to go?
Just go with the BC Boys and leave it alone.
Anyway, Miles to go. So Miles Garrett comes out this week and says, I want to play for a Super Bowl at some point in my career. Well, It's a long shot if that was ever going to happen in Cleveland. So he wants traded. Billy, who should go after Myles Garrett? Where should
Has to be a team that's maybe one player away, and the Buffalo Bills might be at the top of that list. Washington, you looked at Washington; they couldn't stop anybody when they played Philadelphia. Philadelphia's in the Super Bowl. The Bills, the defense needs to be better if they're going to beat Kansas City, and it doesn't look like Kansas City's going to go anywhere anytime soon. So those are a couple of teams you might see. Someone put the Bears out there. The Bears aren't close. Other teams aren't close. Atlanta, someone said Atlanta's not close. New England was a suggestion. They were the worst in the league in sacks. But if he wants to win the Super Bowl, a Washington, a Buffalo makes sense. But they're going to have to give up a king's ransom to get him. At least 2 first rounders.
How do you've got to have the draft picks. You've got to have the players to make the trade. If I'm the Buffalo Bills, I do whatever I can to get him because only your window is so short in the NFL, and it seems like they keep. I remember Lucy and Charlie Brown. He'd go to kick the football, and Lucy would pull it away. That seems like the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Bills climb up that mountain. We think we can. We think this is time we're going to do it. And what do? The Chiefs kick them right back down to that mountain every year, and it's hard to get it back together and get to the top. I thought this year was the year for them, but it didn't happen. But if I'm the Bills, they can't stop Mahomes. Maybe Myles Garrett's got to make that happen. I got to ask you guys, are you guys Browns or Steelers?
That's sounds split.
It's a mix. That's the way it should be.
Yeah. Now here's the one thing about the Myles Garrett deal where he wants to go for a trade. It's just another shot to the gut for the Browns because, okay, this is our best player. He's the face of the – he wants out. You know what they need to do? Kevin back as the general manager. He was fictional then. He put a great team together as general manager in that movie Draft Day. The Browns could use him. Why not? Why not? How about this?
I like Yellowstone for Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying he was the Browns general manager.
He was. That was a great movie.
Well, here we go. How about this? Saquon Barkley is in Philadelphia, was in New York, the rivals. Any chance Myles Garrett ends up on the Steelers?
Zero. Bigger chance.
You never know. If he doesn't think that they can challenge for the Super Bowl, does he request a trade?
They're flat. You've been on that topic too long.
All right.
That's too long of an opening statement.
All right.
We'll be quick on this one. Billy, Penguins.
You think about it? No.
Okay. I've been to 3 games in person, and I tried. I went to the opener with the Rangers, went to 2 other games, and literally I kept scored something like 16-4 in the games I've attended. They have not been good. My son has told me, who goes to every home, come anymore because they get blasted no matter when you're there. But it's to the point, the Penguins, it doesn't matter if I'm there, if you're there.
No.
Mario Lemieux's not showing up and dressing and playing again. They're just not very doggone good.
The only thing I pay attention to for the Penguins, Sidney Crosby. What history is he going to make next? Other than that, no point watching.
And he's hurt. He might be out for a little bit. Now, back to the important stuff. I've got friends of mine that never watched an NFL game, could not care less. They would come over to the house, the female friends, and talk to my wife and so forth, and couldn't care less. Now they're like, oh, I got to go. The Chiefs are coming on. Why? Taylor Swift. So the question is,
you're best buds with Taylor Swift.
I did interview her at one point.
You interviewed her, yeah.
Will she or won't she? Taylor Swift. Now, Kendrick Lamar is the halftime singer at the Super Bowl on Sunday. Taylor's going to be there. They have a song together. Will Taylor Swift come out of the fancy luxury suite and sing a song at halftime?
No.
I say yes.
No. This is why I say no. She doesn't want to take away from Travis Kelce. This is his stage. I know he went and was on her tour a little bit, but she doesn't want to overshadow him. I think she stays in the luxury box. Gets on TV 20 times and it's done.
Okay, their 3rd straight.
Okay.
What did the Chiefs win the Super Bowl? They have a celebration. Travis drops to one knee and proposes to Taylor Swift after the game.
I think most Kansas City fans would be worried he'd blown out an ACL.
But he retires. He retires.
Why? You got to go for 4. Keep making the history. Is he going to? I know.
So there
I don't
you
see
go.
that happening. You never know.
You Swifties, you could maybe she'll sing at halftime, or she'll get proposed to after the game.
The internet would literally blow up for a week.
I've been watching too much Hallmark Channel.
I guess so. Not sure where you're bringing us.
All right. Well, that takes care of our opening statements, and we want to thank Mike Nogay. For over 40 years, Mike Nogay has used his courtroom and negotiating experience representing clients injured in serious truck and auto cases throughout the Ohio Valley. If you need representation, give him a call today at 304-723-5711. That's Mike Nogay Law. Billy.
Yes.
Does your bathroom or home need updated?
Every day.
Every day. There we go. Well, here's what you got to do.
Who can I call?
You can call Steel Valley Contracting and take advantage of their tax time refund special from now until April 15th and receive 10% off bathroom or home projects. Bathrooms are backed by a lifetime warranty and quality guarantee. The number, Billy.
Yes.
740-346-2500. So if you want an attorney, call Mike at 304-723-5711. If you want your bathroom updated, call 740-346-2500. We've got people jumping up and down, waving their arms, telling us to take a break. But first, I want to hear the Huskies. Give it to me. We'll be right back.
WTOV9's Jack Hillgrove is jacked up about sports.
That's the first question I have for you. How much fun has this run been for you?
Jacked up about the black and gold.
A convincing enough win for the Steelers.
High school sports.
1937 was when Bel Air started playing games at Nelson Field.
Everything sports up and down the Ohio Valley.
It's insider knowledge on Ohio, West Virginia, and Pittsburgh sports.
Jacked Up with Jack Hillgrove, a new podcast series on the WTOV9 YouTube channel.
The Laborers Local 809 in Steubenville, Ohio, has been proudly serving the community since receiving its trades charter on April 10, 1936. We're committed to providing trained, highly skilled, and experienced craftsmen to signatory building and trades and heavy highway contractors, ensuring top-notch quality and expertise in every construction project we undertake. Beyond the job site, we actively engage with our community. Together, we're not just laborers, we're the backbone of the Ohio Valley, and we stand
44th Annual Budweiser Tough Man Contest, co-sponsored by WTOV9, Eagle 107, Wheeling, Ohio County CVB, Thomas Auto Centers, World Gym, Jill's Gentlemen's Club, ICR Equipment Rental, Sales and Supply, and Honda Direct Line. Coming February 14th and 15th to Wheeling's Westbanco Arena. Buy tickets at the arena box office or at WVToughman.com. It's Tough Man, coming February 14th and 15th to the Westbanco Arena. Tough it out.
Tell me about all the ingredients in guacamole.
So we have fresh lime juice, we have cilantro, and we have red onions, jalapeno, and avocados. And we hand chop everything every morning. You'll know how real it is because of how it tastes.
Don't overthink it. A large one-topping pizza is only $9.99 at Papa John's.
3 different crusts, any topping.
Get the go-to that never gets old. Get a large one-topping pizza for $9.99. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
And we're back live.
In control.
We're back live at Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville. And we've got our guest here, Zach Bruny, the head coach of the Wheeling University Cardinal football program. Not just the head coach. This is the guy that built the program, started from scratch. You know?
I mean, he's the guy running around in the kitchen the first, okay, I need some of this, I need some of this. How are we going to do this? Where do we go to get this? Can anybody? And he put it all together. And they just keep winning. You got it on a roll. What's that like to have to grab the ingredients and start from scratch?
Probably the most unique college football experience we've ever had. It's been a long road to get to this point, 8 years.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like it's happened that fast, but it's happening pretty fast. We got a good staff. Got a really good staff, really good people at the university that we've gotten to work with the first 7 going on 8 years. So I'm pretty fortunate and lucky to have the people that we have that, helps us on the day-to-day basis. But the players and the guys that we've had in the program to this point have been outstanding. And, hopefully we're just going to keep it rolling. We're just scratching the surface.
Well, we're going to go way back, and then we're going to come back and talk about he was hurt. He could run it, he could throw it, and got it done. So much fun to watch. Then he went to Mount Union, and Mount Union, that was an incredible run that the Purple Raiders had there. But a guy that's now the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, Dick Sirianni, was one of your receivers.
Yep.
Tell us about playing with Nick and those times at Mount Union.
Well, the program itself is just very dynamic. I mean, there's coaches across the country, high school level, college level, and of course Nick being probably has the most notoriety as a head coach. But we were all pretty fortunate to kind of be a part of the program as players, and then kind of cut our teeth in learning how to coach there. Nick was a young coach there his first couple of years, like myself, and then everybody's kind of moved on and gone their separate ways professionally. But Nick was a really good player. He was the youngest brother of two other brothers that played for Coach Garrett. Mike Sirianni and Jay Sirianni was a high school coach in New York. So Nick was the youngest brother. He's a wide receiver. Encountered some injuries early in his career. Very hard worker.
And I'm going to interrupt you for a second. When we get a chance, we've got some beautiful bean footage of you back in the day that we'll play. So
high school or college?
Very on college. The high school stuff is on these old tapes that we can't even have machines to play them anymore.
Well, the VHS tapes from the Sports Friday days in 1999 when you guys were.
It's film.
Yeah,
there we go.
VHS tapes. So.
There we go.
Yeah. So that's 2003-ish. Yeah, 2003. Yeah, that was the Ball Wallace game in 2003.
That's a quarterback, Don. He saw 1 second I had played. He said, "That's you."
Yeah, those shoulder pads are way too big. But
change the bed.
Linebacker shoulder pads.
That was the semifinal game in 2003 against Trinity in the national final. So, really fun times. And Nick was a really good player. He's became an outstanding coach. The son of a high school head coach like myself.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Look at these wheels, though, diving into the
Before quarterback run was popular, I just had to run around back in the day. But that's 20 years ago now. So you're dating me. You guys are showing my age.
You brought it up. I want to ask you about that. The foundation of coming from a football family, but not just the football family. Uncle, dad, Hall of Famer. And then you mentioned Nick, same situation. His dad was a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
How does that prepare you, not only for the gauntlet of going on to be a college player, but then to be a college coach as you continue learning? How's that foundation helped you?
Probably for a lot of us, it was just, you got to see up close and personal. And as you grow up around a coaching family and a dad that's a longtime head coach and has a lot of success, you just see the amount of work. Nick, of course, is doing it at the highest level in the profession, but it all just comes down to probably, he'll tell you, just daily work, daily improvements. Learning how to do that probably was, taught to him early by his dad, and the same with my dad. And then you get a chance to go to the college level and be around another Hall of Fame coach and really a Hall of Fame staff in Coach Garrett, and that without you even knowing it at the time, you're getting education, bachelor's, master's, PhDs in learning and coaching, the coaching profession. So, it's a unique experience, but it's been awesome.
As much as it is X's and O's, is it about people more than anything else? About I can't treat my running back the same way I would my left tackle, and my quarterback's a little bit different. Is that one of the things? And lots of guys can drive plays, but they don't know how to manage people and get them to achieve what they do best.
Yeah, you really have to have a good pulse on your team as a head coach, and it's really not, my job and probably Nick's job and Coach Garrett's job and what was my dad's job. The biggest, and Nick now as the professional level, that takes on a little different meaning, I think, but I think it's still about the culture that is instilled and then brought to the forefront by your players, because the best teams and the best programs are always led by the players, and the coaches guide the ship the right way. Professionally speaking, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, those guys are at the top of the game from a talent standpoint. but I think Nick has probably a really good pulse on his team, push at the right times. Doesn't really have anything to do with X's and O's, but it's for us at our level, at the college level, it's developing young people from 18 to 22 to 23 years old. For Nick's father and, my dad, Coach Dave, he, was about the 14 to 18-year-old age group. The guys he got standing back here has really good, coaches where they're at. So this area it has a lot of that.
Yep.
I think being where we're from and where I'm from has really helped the professional aspect of it, because there's really good coaches in the area, guys that could do my job easily at the college level if they chose that path. So we're lucky and we're fortunate. And, my father-in-law, Dan Ift, another one, right? Right. So I tell recruits all the time, fellas, you're going to have to help me win some games, because I got a Hall of Fame dad and I got a Hall of Fame father-in-law. And if we don't win consistently enough, then I probably can't go to Thanksgiving and Christmas the way I want to each and every year.
Live. Say hello to Dustin Kropka.
Coach Kropka, how are you doing? You're not supposed to be calling in right now, but I guess you are.
Yeah, Krop. We're in a live
typical
show right
Kropka,
now.
right?
He just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, typical Kropka, yeah.
He's looking great.
Yeah.
You're classic,
See how Martin's Ferry guys are?
Yeah, Martin's Ferry guy. But he is extra
doing a great
special.
job,
Well,
yeah.
he's extra special though, because that's live TV, right?
Used to be the regular,
on the go.
the regular show. So
No, this is great.
we're having a great time with it. We're having a great time. People have a team developed at Wheeling University. What is the next step? Because you're winning, you're challenging, you're taking on. You guys are having tremendous games against the top teams to make that next step to get to the next level you want to go to.
Well, we're talking about just that exact thing right now in the offseason. I think for us to have a championship caliber team and program, you have to have a championship caliber process.
Yep.
And it starts right now. We're in the first quarter of 2025, really. January and February, the off-season program has started. The weightlifting, the conditioning, meetings are getting ready to start back up from a positional standpoint. Spring practice starts in about a month and a half. The next step is contending for a conference championship. The Mountain East Conference itself is very clear, finished above 500. One more games than they lost. So, we're right in the thick of that. The next step to be a championship team, to be a playoff caliber team.
Recruiting at the Division II level. I went to Clarion. We were a Division II school there, and everybody thinks they're Division I. Okay, so when you're going after kids, what mindset do you have, or when you target guys? How do you know? Okay, this is a guy that's going to play D2, come to our place, and be successful.
Well, recruiting's changed a lot, right? The last 2 to 3 years specifically. Before, our program, when our program first started, we didn't have the benefit of the transfer portal. So in 2017 and 2018, if the transfer portal was more of a thing, we probably would have collected more transfers, right off the bat, more age, more experience. So we had to kind of grassroots it from the start, right? The high school players, bring them in, develop them. And for 2 to 3 years, that was really hard because you're really young and every day can seem like the first day. But now you have to have, I tell recruits this all the time, you have to possess Division I capabilities to play at a high level in D2.
Yep.
The Division I schools, I think now are spending more time in the transfer portal first and then still recruiting the high school level well, but that has changed the game a lot. Portal first, high school recruiting second. For us at Wheeling, and I think across the board probably in Division II, it's probably still the opposite. We have a good number of guys that have transferred in, but a lot of them we've had relationships prior with. We've recruited them out of high school, and maybe they went someplace else, wasn't a great fit, and they decided to come back, to Wheeling where they had relationships with us prior. But it's still for us recruiting really good high school players from good programs that understand work, and we got to get them there, and we got to really develop them from 18 to 22. You got to take them from the year.
They're telling us to wrap up, to flash the red light, but I'm going to ask one more question just because you have what we're going to let you sell your program right here. You've got anybody that watches it, any of the top high school kids, some of the Huskies behind us.
There's some good ones behind me right
what's
now.
What's the number one reason, or what are some of the things you're gonna give to these guys, or not sell, but this is what we have to offer. This is why it's important for you to come to Wheeling University.
Well, like I said earlier, I think the first 7 to 8 years we probably had more success than most people probably thought we could, and that was really just based on relationships and substance. 100 yards is 100 yards no matter where you're playing, whether it's a high stadium, Wheeling University, any high school in the area. The weight on the bar is the same everywhere.
Yep.
135, 185, 225 pounds is the same everywhere. Any weight room that you walk in, any YMCA. So it's really just about getting to a place that's a really good fit. And I think for a lot of young guys nowadays that, our staff, our university, our opportunities that we provide at a high level in Division II end up being really good fits for young people and families that want to send them to a place where they feel like they can be developed the right way.
All right, and now my last question.
Super Bowl. None of this Super Bowl pick.
That's what we're going to do. Now, Don and I won't make our announcement on our pick.
My daughter would love that picture right there.
She can have this.
Yeah.
Is Taylor Swift a good luck charm? 19-3. I'll ask you that.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, there you go. That's what you're talking about, Don. We're going to put the eyeballs on just to see her. The game, Sunday. Your man, the head coach of the Eagles. You're not picking against him, right?
The Bruny kids are picking against him because my son loves Patrick Mahomes and my daughters love Taylor Swift. So they love the Kelsey Swift phenomenon that's going on. And that it's going to be really hard for either team to win because of how good the other one is. The coaching on both sides. I mean, Andy Reid and what he's done, and Patrick Mahomes just being there is tremendous. Nick has done a tremendous job with what they have. It's just going to come down to who takes care of the football. Who no turnovers. Whoever wins the turnover battle, and probably whoever wins.
I think he's found out what Coach Cowrow used to say in his press conferences. It's really hard to win a game.
Yes, we know that for a fact too, myself. So, Kansas City 35, Philadelphia 33.
Wow, those games should be a great game.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
And we'll hear.
But if Nick and the Eagles win, it would be tremendous. I'm not rooting against Nick.
Yep.
I'm rooting for the Bruny kids to be happy on a Sunday night.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some bills to pay, so I'm going to read this. I'm going to have you talk to Justin Kropka, and now that he's free, he can talk.
You got to knock it off. Dude.
Justin,
we're live on TV.
We have all these picks coming up.
Yeah.
All these picks coming up later, including his. Seven Rangers Entertainment, where excitement knows no bounds, and anybody can call you on the phone at any time. Right here in the heart of the Ohio destination, redefining fun with nonstop action and unforgettable experiences. And the Laborers Local 809, based in Steubenville. It's easier if I have my glasses on. The Laborers Local 809, based in Steubenville, Ohio, has been proudly serving the community since 1936. We are committed to providing highly trained, skilled, and experienced craftsmen to signatory building and trades and heavy highway contractors. Together, we're not just laborers, we are the backbone of Huskies. I want to hear you. Zach Bruny.
Have you ever dreamt of getting 2 of your fave Wendy's items for $7? Like a spicy chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs? Well, today's the day your oddly specific dream comes true. Pretty good dream. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
We are driven to delight our customers
by offering personalized design,
quality, home furnishing,
and an outstanding customer experience,
all while demonstrating
the commitment to our team members
and delivering consistent value
to our customers and team
while making them feel at home.
Our values are customer focus, quality, integrity, teamwork, history, and heritage.
Come join Emily. Seven Rangers Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games. 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100.
And Cooper Smith, and it's a big day. Big Cooper Smith, Big 18. It's a birthday sale going on right now down at Smitty's Floors. Come on in today. We offer 12 months, 0 interest. That's right, 12 months, 0 interest. Come in today to apply. And we got LVT waterproof flooring starting at $1 a square foot. Again, it's Cooper Smith's big 18th birthday, and we're celebrating down at Smitty's Floors, 140 South 4th Street, downtown Steubenville.
News 9 Sunrise presents Big Game Trivia. Sign into our website and get the question right for a chance to score the daily prize of a $100 prepaid debit card and be the $5,000 National Weekly winner. Go to WTOV9.com/contest for rules and to enter.
My guys left me. Where'd they go?
They're getting ready to strategize for the sports challenge. I'll tell you what.
The Huskies all ran there while talking to Zach Bruny.
We can't thank Zach Bruny enough, the head coach of Wheeling University Cardinals, for coming out and sharing his knowledge with football, talking about Nick Sirianni, who's coaching the Super Bowl. He was tremendous. We can't thank him enough for being here.
And another friend of the show, Wheeling Central's own Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk. And Mike joined us last week, and we've got more with Mike Florio.
Specifically about the Super Bowl.
About 5 minutes here talking specifically about this week's Super Bowl matchup.
Mostly similar to what they were 2 years ago. The biggest difference is the Eagles have Saquon Barkley now, thanks to the New York Giants completely whiffing on this notion that you can find a great running back anywhere. So if you have one who wants a lot of money, just let him leave and you'll go find another one. I think they've learned that there's a flaw in that. So now that the Eagles have Saquon Barkley, the question becomes, and this was the case 2 years ago. And when Chris Sims and I were on Radio Row for the week doing our show PFT Live, I won't plug the time again because I already did. But next week it will be 3 to 5 Eastern because it's a different time zone and we're going to do interviews throughout the day. So we'll be live 3 to 5 Eastern on Sirius XM 85 and also on Peacock. But the thinking was the Eagles are the better team, but the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes knows how to overcome a talent gap between teams. He did it against the Bills, I believe. I think the Bills were the better team, just like the Bills, when they faced the Ravens were the better team, but the Bills won. So that becomes the question. And last year when the Chiefs were the better team, 2 years ago, the Eagles were favored by 1.5 points in that game. This time around, the Chiefs are favored by 1.5 because I think people have accepted this idea that the better team isn't necessarily going to win if the best player is good enough to overcome the talent deficit. And that's really, to me, the question. Will Patrick Mahomes be able to do it again against an Eagles team that is arguably better than it was 2 years ago? An Eagles team that had a 10-point halftime lead over the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, in the 3 Super Bowls the Chiefs have won, they've been trailing by double digits in the second half in all 3 of the games. Now, against the Chiefs 2 years ago, it was right at halftime, and the Chiefs scored on their opening drive of the third quarter to cut the lead to 3. But against the 49ers 2019 season, they were down 10 with 7 minutes left. I mean, it was like the 49ers are winning this game. It's over, and then the Chiefs woke up. So that's the reality of facing the Chiefs. You think you're winning, you better win convincingly. You gotta kill the dragon. You can't just nick the dragon because the dragon's going to get you eventually if you give the dragon a chance, and that's what the Chiefs have been.
Well, and you have this is a stat that my son brought me today. He said, "Hey, Dad, when you talk to Mr. Florio, can you pass this along?" And you probably know this. In the white jerseys, if you have your white jersey on, you've won 37 times in the Super Bowl. If you have your colored jersey on, you've only won 21. The Eagles are wearing the midnight green. How much are we putting into that this week? And do you believe? I mean, the stats are the stats.
Well,
what do you think?
Yeah, I think certain stats are rooted in reality and certain stats are rooted in coincidence. I don't think Jersey Keller has much to do with it. But at a psychological level, think about this. The 2 same teams are convening again in the same game with the same stakes and the same uniforms, the same look. At some point, will some of the Eagles players feel that it's deja vu all over again? When it's a key moment, you're trying to make a key play. And most football games come down to 5 or 6 key moments. Who gets the better of those is more likely to win. I would have, and I don't know that the league would have allowed it, but I would have petitioned to wear the throwback Kelly Green uniforms if I was the Eagles, just to have something different, because we've already done this before, and there could be some connective tissue in the minds of the players. You know, hey, I've been here before. We've done this before. It could help the Chiefs and it could hurt the Eagles.
Day in, day out in Pittsburgh, when they went to the Super Bowl as the first wild card team that won it, they made a big deal about, we are in the road uniforms. We're the road warriors. This is how we're going to get there and we're going to win. And they carried it all the way through. So you make a fantastic point that psychologically it can really help one of the teams and maybe hurt the other one. But I remember the Steelers, they made a big deal about that, getting to wear the road whites.
That's a great point. Yeah, we're hot and we're wearing these white jerseys, and it's not superstition. There's a psychology to it. You think about the human brain and all the different things that factor into what we think and what we do and how our thoughts connect to our actions and our confidence or lack thereof. Why make a significant change if what you've been doing we've worn these green jerseys for 3 straight playoff games this year, just like the Steelers did when they went on the road and beat the Bengals, beat the Colts, beat the Broncos in white, and then they went up and with the help of the officials wearing yellow and black stripes, many would say, I never believed that either. They beat the Seahawks and got their long-awaited one for the thumb.
Florio, love having Mike Florio share his insight with us. But the game, you know who's going to be there? Taylor Swift.
Yes, she will.
Is she, dare I say, the good luck charm? I mean, the Chiefs are really, really good. But
there you go.
When she's there, they're really super good.
19-3, 86.3 winning percentage, which, if you round that up to 87, Travis Kelce wears number 87. I don't know. But if they win, you'd round that up. She'd probably 20-3. That's pretty good. But I just think they're a really good team. She just happens to, date one of the guys on the team that happens to be one of the best players. And she's one of the most successful entertainers in the world.
I'm sure if Travis Kelce played for the Browns, her record would not be that good.
No, it would not.
It's not the first rodeo between Hurts and Mahomes in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs and the Eagles. Last time, some pretty interesting stats when you jump out. Hurts threw for 302 yards and a touchdown, ran it 15 times for 70 yards. Chiefs won that game 38-35, but Hurts has been banged up. I don't think you're going to see him be the threat as much running the football. As far as Mahomes, one thing you see when they're in the really big games, we know about Mahomes, the passer. But boy, when it matters, he can tuck it down. He can kill you when he takes it and pulls it down and runs with the football.
Absolutely. You have to give the edge to Mahomes. Hurts played a great game last time they met in the Super Bowl. I think he's going to play another great game, but now he has another weapon in his arsenal, and that's in the backfield. We'll get to Saquon Barkley and his numbers in just a bit, but that's a huge advantage for him where he doesn't have to rely on the legs as much. He can focus on just getting the ball out as we see him going.
And I think the strength for the Eagles, I love their defensive front. Their defensive line is really good. They're good run stoppers. They can get after you. But Mahomes always, if you don't have contain, he's going to find a way. How many times do we see him getting around the outside and scrambling and getting right to the sticks and getting that first down?
You see him do it all the time. And then if he finds someone open, it's usually number 87, and he's put up some Super Bowl stats. If we take a look at the 4 games that Travis Kelce has played in, he has been absolutely sensational. You go back in his first Super Bowl, 6 catches, 6 targets, 43 yards, 7.2 yards, and a touchdown. But then how about the next game, Don? 10 catches, 15 targets, 133 yards, 13.3 yard average, 0 touchdowns. Next get Super Bowl, 6 for 6, 81 yards, 13.5 yards, 10 targets, 9 receptions, 93 yards, over 10 yards a reception. So if he can get going, if he can be that safety valve, he just seems to find the one defense really in the league right now, Philadelphia.
And people always question, let's flip the other side now to the Eagles offense. People always question the Chiefs defense, but Bill, they come up big in the big games.
Sure do.
Their defensive squad. But Saquon Barkley, what a story. The Giants got rid of him. He goes to the arch rival Philadelphia Eagles, and Saquon's been phenomenal. This run in the playoffs, 119 yards against the Packers, 205 and 2 touchdowns. He was lights out against the Rams, then 118 yards and 3 touchdowns last week against
probably
the
could have gone
Commanders.
for 300 against Washington last week. And the one thing that Saquon Barkley came out, I love the fact that he said it and was quoted on it, because I think it just gives more confidence to his offensive line. He came out and said, we want to show people that you can still run the ball down the other team's throat and win big. And that's what they did against Washington in the NFC Championship again. That's scary if you're the Kansas City defense.
And talk about winning and winning big, okay? You and I each have our man cave, okay?
Yeah.
You've got your man cave. I got my man cave. We've got our man cave on the go here at Seven Ranges with our recliner extraordinaire and our setup here. But the folks at Seven Ranges had a great contest in furniture, Ferguson's House of Furniture, and we've got a winner. The winner of the man cave. You've heard about makeovers. How about a man cave makeover?
There you go.
Man cave makeover contest winner. Congratulations to Megan Hopkins of Wintersville, Ohio. Megan Hopkins, your winner of the Ferguson's House of Furniture Seven Ranges Man Cave, and big prizes there for Megan Hopkins. And I've got those.
Megan.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for
So
Megan.
congratulations.
Yeah. Ferguson House of Furniture is getting it done. Yeah. Let's go. The Huskies getting a little geared up for the sports challenge. I don't know if they know what's coming.
So
I don't know what's coming.
What do we have coming up tonight?
Oh, what do we have coming up tonight? What are we talking about, Don? We have
NFL honors.
Yeah, NFL honors. Oh, we're going backwards now. We have NFL honors. So you're going to find out at 9 o'clock. It's the National Football League NFL honors. So you're going to find out who the top players are, the MVP, Rookie of the Year. We'll just leave it there. And then, of course, coming up after that this weekend, want to remind everybody that Super Bowl 59 will be on Fox 9 as well. So you'll have the NFL honors today, and then the pregame time starts at 11 a.m. So get up early and get ready for the Super Bowl, and then kickoffs at 6:30 in the evening on Fox 9, Super Bowl 59, Kansas City and Philadelphia.
And that was called a stretch because I wanted the information on what Megan won, okay?
Okay.
So Megan Hopkins, the Man Cave Makeover winner. As we look at Super Bowl coming up right here on Fox, Megan won a Flex Steel living room recliner. Oh, got to have the recliner in your man cave.
Yep.
Signature design by Ashley Living Room. Tom with accent table. So you've got the recliner and the accent table and a $200 gift certificate for game day catering on February 9th from the Goat House Bar and Grill right here. So that's what Megan won. The recliner, the accent table, and the gift certificate for the game day catering in the Man Cave Makeover contest. So congratulations to her. We want to thank our fine sponsors, M&M Hardware. Shop local at M&M Hardware for all your spring cleaning needs. Smitty's Floors. Shop local, Ohio Valley, and stay out of those box stores. Support local mom and pop shops like Smitty's Floors, 140 South 4th Street, downtown Steubenville. You will be glad. They are driven to delight our customers by offering personalized design, quality home furnishings, and an outstanding customer experience. That is Ferguson's House of Furniture. We're going to take a time out, and when we come back, it is the Bill Phillips Sports Challenge. He's going to be taking on the Huskies. We'll be right back.
Hey neighbor, Sean Campbell here with M&M Hardware can help answer your questions and find out what you need. You can do it yourself with M&M Hardware.
The Laborers Local 809 in Steubenville, Ohio has been proudly serving the community since receiving its trades charter on April 10, 1936. We're committed to providing trained, highly skilled, and experienced craftsmen to signatory building and trades and heavy highway contractors, ensuring top-notch quality and expertise in every construction project we undertake. Beyond the job site, we actively engage with our community. Together, we're not just laborers, we're the backbone of the Ohio Valley, and we stand ready to lead and inspire. For more, visit local809.com.
Who are the toughest men and women in the Ohio Valley? It's the 44th Annual Budweiser Tough Man Contest, co-sponsored by WTOV9, Eagle 107, Wheeling, Ohio County CVB, Thomas Auto Centers, World Gym, Jill's Gentlemen's Club, ICR Equipment, Rental, Sales and Supply, and Honda Direct Line. Coming February 14th and 15th to Wheeling's West Banco Arena. Buy tickets at the arena box office or at WVToughman.com. It's Tough Man, coming February 14th and 15th to the West Banco Arena. Tough it out.
High school hoops.
For the lead. Got it!
Every slam dunk, every three-pointer, every exciting moment is on Fox 9.
At the buzzer! It's good!
The Ohio Valley's best teams, the Ohio Valley's best athletes play here.
3-ball. Good!
Bordas and Bordas High School Hoops. Watch Tuesday when Toronto plays Indian Creek.
Hey neighbor, Sean Campbell here with M&M Hardware DIY tip number 53. Doing it yourself doesn't mean doing it alone. The experts at M&M Hardware can help answer your questions and find out what you need. You can do it yourself with M&M Hardware.
Hi again, everybody. It is NEWS9 Sports on the go. It is the Bill Phillips Sports Challenge. Today we're gonna hit the dynamic punching bag. All right, let's stand back. We don't want to get hit by this thing. All right, there we go. So apparently we've got 4 of the Huskies here ready to go, and they're gonna hit the bag, and then I guess they got to try and beat their shot or beat their punch. So who's going first? All right, name again. Reed. Reed is up for. Let's hear it for Reed. Let's hear it for Reed. All right, Reed. All right, Reed. Here we go. Yep. Wow. All right. 688. 688. Wow. Reed. Where'd Reed go? Where'd he go? Oh, nice shot. All right. Mike, you're up next. All right. Michael's up next. All right, you ready? What? Oh. 789. 789. 789. That was awesome. All right, who's up next?
Anthony Pellegrin.
Anthony's up next. Anthony's going next. All right. Oh, that sounded good. Man. 908. All right. Name again. Brady is up next. All right. Here you go, Brady. You ready? Oh. No. He slipped. He gets another shot. Hey, you're filling it for me. Yeah. He's right here. All right. We're gonna let Brady go one more time. We're gonna let him go one more time. All right, Brady. Here we go. Oh, all right, done. See? All right. They were gonna dog him out. He slipped. I knew what happened. All right, my man. What's your name? Cole. Cole is standing in for me. You know why? He's that tough. All right, Cole. Now here's the thing, though. We got to figure out if we can reach it. Here we go. All right, Cole. That's all right. That's okay. Cole. Come here. All right. Where's Mike? I want you to hold him up so he can give it a shot. Hold Cole up. Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. Call you. All right, buddy. All right. Should we hit this thing? All right. All right. Where's Coach? Oh, come on, Coach. All right. Now, wait. Who thinks Coach is going to get the top score? Who thinks Coach is going to finish last? Oh, Coach, is he getting a lot of playing time? He put that hand up real quick. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, here we go. Oh! All right. Let's go. Oh, wait. All right, you ready? Yeah, all right. Hey. All right, now who's someone? Did you watch? All right, what's the name?
Coach Moffo.
All right, Coach. Oh. Hey, Coach is jacked. He's been a weight lifter. He's got the guns. Sun's out, guns out. Let's go, Coach. Oh! Oh. All right. Anybody else? Come on. Cole, you want to hit it? No? All right, he slipped. All right, here we go. Oh, you got that one. He got that one. All right. All right, Cole, come here. All right. Now, it hurts for me to get down on my knees. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send it back to Don, okay? So I need you to say, this is NEWS9 Sports, on the go. Let's send it back to Don, okay?
Yeah.
All right, how about this? So instead of that, I'll say that part, and then you just say, Nacho Man, take it away. You say, Nacho Man, take it away, okay? You can do that. Yeah. Just say, hey, Nacho Man. Do this one. On three, we'll go, hey, Nacho Man. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, Nacho Man. Take it away, Don.
Boy, a lot of good times with the boxing punch meter. I'll have to talk to Bill when he comes back. I don't know. His kids look pretty tough. 7 Ranges Entertainment, where excitement knows no bounds in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Experience the region's premier entertainment destination, redefining fun with nonstop action and unforgettable experiences. And we want to thank the Laborers Local 809 based in Steubenville, proudly serving the community since 1936. We're committed to providing highly trained, skilled, and experienced craftsmen to signatory building and trades and heavy highway contractors. Together, we're not just laborers, we are the backbone of the Ohio Valley. When we come back, Bill and I will be checking out some wings from the Goat House. We'll be right back.
We are driven to delight our customers
by offering personalized design,
quality home furnishing,
and an outstanding customer experience.
All while demonstrating
the commitment to our team members
and delivering consistent value
to our customers and team
while making them feel at home.
Our values are customer focus, quality, integrity, and heritage.
Come join the Ferguson family.
Interstate Waste Services provides responsible, environmentally compliant waste disposal solutions. Our employees share a company-wide respect for their colleagues, a commitment to safety, as well as a responsibility to protect our community and environment.
As a team, we look out for each other,
provide for our families,
and deliver an essential service to the community.
Every day, that's what it's all about.
For a new career, visit interstatewaste.com/careers.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
And we are back live at Seven Ranges Entertainment and Bill Phillips Sports Challenge.
I'm okay with it.
So next week it's the Tough Man competition. People will say, how tough are you? Don't worry, Bill's not tough enough. He did not do well. Anyway, we're joined now by Rich Pornavi.
Yes, sir.
Is that good?
Yes, sir.
I can't spell it, but I can say it. Rich Pornavi, and he's from the Goat House Restaurant, and they have all types of phenomenal food. We figure since it's Super Bowl week, we would go wings. And Billy's going to tell you a little bit about the Super Bowl special, but okay.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
What do we got here? We got, Rich, tell me what all we got.
A few different things going on here. Over here, we have the Honey Old Bay.
Okay.
With our homemade buttermilk branch.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay.
So our next, we have hot honey. We have a kickin' bourbon molasses glaze. And then you over here, you got the goat sauce. I can't tell everybody what that is, but that's our special flavor.
Well, that is excellent. Now, a place that is known for their food.
And you got the specials for going on this weekend, huh?
A place that's known for their food, their spicy food, fun and games, just like here, is New Orleans. That's the side of the Super Bowl. And our man on the scene in New Orleans, Eric Ritchie, takes us to New Orleans and gives us a little bit of Super Bowl history, talking about what's going on in New Orleans. They had a big celebration this week involving Terry Bradshaw. Eric Ritchie, take it away.
Many of the away from the Super Bowl events happen. A lot of people are doing their shows here. It's a real quiet morning here as far as New Orleans is concerned. More and more each day, the fans start to arrive as we get closer, obviously, to the game. So now we're 3 days away from Super Bowl 59. The Eagle fans have been much more, I think, in volume, quantity, and quality, right? The Philadelphia fans, the Eagles, the East Coast people, they're going to be loud anyway, wherever they go. But, bottom line is this is a game that's bringing Super Bowl 59 to New Orleans. And this is, the 11th Super Bowl here in New Orleans? So we have been very fortunate in this city to host the big game, 11 times, right? You're talking about the first Super Bowl that came here, the Chiefs actually won, right? The first 3 Super Bowls were back at Tulane Stadium. So this one, again, just 3 days away. The buzz here has been increasingly, no pun intended with the buzz, but every day you get more and more fans coming in here. This is more of a celebration. These fans are getting ready for Super Bowl 59. And think about it, 50 years ago, Super Bowl 9. Who won that Super Bowl? Oh, that's right. The Pittsburgh Steelers, 1974 season, the 75 Super Bowl with Terry Bradshaw. That was his first of 4 wins. Guess what? Yesterday, the mayor of New Orleans proclaimed February 5th as Terry Bradshaw Day. So that's a beautiful thing. Of course, Terry Bradshaw is from Louisiana, played high school football in Shreveport, college football at Louisiana Tech, but it was here in New Orleans that he won his first of 4 Super Bowls. Yesterday, the mayor of New Orleans proclaimed it to be Terry Bradshaw Day. Had a nice little ceremony over at Tulane, where, of course, that's where Tulane Stadium, they had that Super Bowl that he won stadium. But for the last 8, this will be the 8th of the 11 Super Bowls in New Orleans, will be played at the Superdome, probably just about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from here in the French Quarter. That's all I have for you right now. It's been a pleasure. I know it's NEWS9 Sports on the go. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Guys, enjoy the Super Bowl 3 days away.
All right, everybody. We have some Super Bowl specials that we want to talk about. Super Bowl weekend.
2 quick notes, though.
Okay.
Little trivia. I mean, people forget that. The Steelers Super Bowl IX was to be played in the Superdome, but it wasn't ready. So they played at Tulane Stadium. Starting wide receivers for the Steelers in that first Super Bowl. 99% of people say Swan and Stallworth. No, it was Ron Shanklin, okay? And Steelers picked off 2 passes, Super Bowl IX, Mel Blount and Joe Green.
First score for the Steelers was safety, wasn't
it? Safety, Reggie Harrison.
Yeah.
All right, fire away. Tell us about the wing special.
All right, here we go. So now, if you're thinking, I'm having a Super Bowl party, I don't want to cook. Why do I want to cook? I don't want to cook. Well, you know what? Call Seven Ranges Entertainment. You don't have to cook. 2 great deals. Here you go. 1 large pizza and 25 wings for just $38. Order by middle of the day tomorrow, let's say. Just get the order in. $38. That's a good deal. Now, if you want Ranges Entertainment, so those are really good deals. You know, make sure you get your order in tonight if you can, early tomorrow if you can't do it tonight, but you want to take advantage of that. And I'll tell you what, these wings, I've tried 2 of the flavors, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And our crew is getting into some of the wings. They love them. You've been all over them.
I've got honey all over my
absolutely
sheets
fantastic.
And all kinds of stuff.
On Saturday night, Don, because you and I have watched a number of UFC fights together, and you can come out to the Goat House, come out to the bar and grill, and you can watch the UFC fight Saturday night. No cover. Just come out, enjoy yourself, get some food, get some drinks, watch the fights. And they will keep it'll stay open until the fights are over, so you won't miss any of the main event. You can stay out here all night, watch the fights. So that's a good deal.
2 title
No cover.
2 title fights, and it's DePlessis Strickland 2, and that was a war the last time. So those 2 go head-to-head in a title fight. M&M Hardware. Shop local at M&M Hardware for all your spring cleaning needs. Smitty's Floors. Shop local, Ohio Valley, and stay out of those box stores. Support local mom-and-pop shops like Smitty's Floors, 140 South 4th Street, downtown Steubenville. You will be glad you did. And Ferguson's House of Furniture, driven to delight our customers by offering personalized design, quality home furnishings, and an outstanding customer experience. When we come back, we've got some treats ahead. We've got the M&M Hardware Locks of the Week.
Watch out.
Not only from Scott Campbell, Mr. M&M Hardware, but we've got some current high school football coaches, some high school football coaches who are retired, relaxing on the beach in Florida. Those guys are all up next with their picks. You don't want to miss it.
The Laborers Local 809 in Steubenville, Ohio, has been proudly serving the community since receiving its trades charter on April 10, 1936. We're committed to providing trained, highly skilled, and experienced craftsmen to signatory building and trades and heavy highway contractors, ensuring top-notch quality and expertise in every construction project we undertake. Beyond the job site, we actively engage with our community. Together, we're not just laborers, we're the backbone of the Ohio Valley, and we stand ready to lead and inspire. For more, visit local809.com.
Seven Ranges Entertainment and the Goat House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS.
Free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-315-9956. 800-315-9956. Don't wait. Call now. 800-315-9956. 800-315-9956.
About the Super Bowl, you talk about the halftime commercials. You talk about what else? The food, the tailgate, great wings, great pizza, and so forth. But predictions. Everybody's got a prediction, and who better to ask for predictions than football coaches?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we did, we decided let's find some high school football coaches from here in the Valley. Some retired, some still going, some legends, some Hall of Famers. We said, show us your picks. And then, you know what, just for fun, let's go back to the Hall of Fame anchor, Jim Forbes. Let's get him to make a pick. Let's call my college roommate, who's a Philadelphia fan, and get him right from, he's right next to South Philly. So we got a whole bunch of picks.
But this segment, it's all coaches. And let's go. We'll start with Justin Kropka, who tried to break into the show earlier. Now, Justin, it's your time to go.
This is Justin Kropka, Martins Ferry High School, with my Super Bowl prediction. It's too hard to go against Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes with a week off. I think Philadelphia has the better team, but it's just too hard to go against those two guys. So I'm going to say Chiefs 28, Philly 24.
Hey, Bill and Dawn, Brett McLean, St. Clairsville Red Devils head football coach. My M&M hardware lock of the week is the Philadelphia Eagles. First off, I can't go against Mount Union alumni Nick Sirianni, and I think Saquon Barkley puts the icing on the cake of an unreal season for a running back. So I'm going Philly in a thriller in Super Bowl 59, 31-30, Eagles.
Hi, this is Andrew Connor, head football coach at Indian Creek High School. My M&M hardware lock of the week is that the Eagles will win 28-24. I like their running game with Saquon Barkley. I think they get one big defensive stop. They're able to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I'm Eric Meek. My M&M hardware pick of the week is the Chiefs 36, the Eagles 30. I just feel like Kansas City has too much big game experience.
Hi, I'm Coach Brown from Cameron, and my M&M hardware lock of the week is Kansas City 24, Eagles 21 in the Super Bowl.
This is Coach Doc of the Wheeling Park Patriots. My M&M hardware pick of the week is the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley will dominate the game.
My name is Bob Morris, and I'm the former head football coach at Toronto and East Liverpool High Schools. My M&M hardware Super Bowl lock of the week is Kansas City Chiefs 30 and the Philadelphia Eagles 27. The Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid just know how to win. I think Philly's going to keep it close, but I just don't think they can get it done.
Hello, I'm Mike Young. My M&M hardware pick of the week is the Eagles 35, the Chiefs 28. My reason for picking the Eagles is because of Barkley. He's the best running back in the NFL right now, and I believe our boy Patrick Mahomes could possibly have some trouble throwing the ball.
Jay Sircosta from the Sunshine State of Florida. Looking at this year's Super Bowl, it should be a great matchup between two outstanding teams. I've never been much for predicting the outcome of games, unless it was ours, and I always thought we would win. The key to pro football, though, has a lot to do with the quarterbacks. And for years, everyone said, never bet against Brady. This year, Chiefs 31, Eagles 24.
Hi, this is Sam Fornsaglio from Sarasota, Florida. They want my predictions for M&M hardware about the Super Bowl. I like the Chiefs, 20-17, mainly because of the coach and the defense, the great defense of the Chiefs. Watch out for Mahomes scrambling, and I don't think Hurts does as good against great defenses as the Chiefs have. Okay, hi everybody.
Hey, Bill and Dawn. This is Anthony Hayes, head football coach of the Harrison Central Huskies. My M&M hardware lock of the week is the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Andy Reid creates far too many problems for Philadelphia's defense, and I believe that Kansas City's defense is going to step up and be the difference in this week's game. My daughter says go Chiefs, and so do I. Final score, Kansas City 31, Philadelphia 20.
Hi, my name is Reno Suckots. I'm the head football coach at Steubenville High School. In regards to the Super Bowl, I'm a national fan, so I'll stay with the Philadelphia Eagles. They have a center that plays a lot like one of your sponsors, Sue Campbell. And if they play as good as he did and he played for us, the Eagles will win. Soup's the only offensive lineman to play on two state championships teams, and that's a great honor for him to have. Congratulations, Soup.
And it's great to hear from those current coaches and the retired coaches. And I guess you go to Florida. Three of those guys are hanging out in sunny Florida.
Now, when you talk to them, you set up a vacation for us to go down
There we go. There we go. Coach Acosta, Slinging Sam, Bob Morris, all down in Florida. Next segment, we've got more, and we've got friends and some people you may know. So it'll be pretty fun coming up. But first off, congratulations, Cave Makeover Contest winner, and that is Megan Hopkins from Wintersville, Ohio. Bill, what did Megan Hopkins win? Well,
I don't know, John. What'd
a
she win?
man cave makeover with a flex steel living room recliner, signature design by Ashley Living Room Palm with accent table, and a $200 gift certificate for February 9th from the Goat House Bar and Grill for your tailgate for the big matchup on Sunday night. That's Megan Hopkins. Congratulations for the Man Cave Makeover Contest winner. Tonight, coming up at 9 o'clock on Fox 9, we got the NFL Honors. And if you've never watched this show, make sure the National Football League. And, of course, the big one, what do they say, Super Bowl Licks.
Yep.
LIX. What is that, 59?
59.
59, Super Bowl 59. Yep. So, NFL Honors tonight on Fox 9, and then Super Bowl 59. So, NFL Honors tonight at 9, Super Bowl 59 on Sunday.
Take a break.
As soon as we do this, for over 40 years, Mike Nogay has used his courtroom and negotiating experience representing clients injured in serious truck and auto cases throughout the Ohio Valley. If you need representation, give him a call today at 304-723-5711. You got to punch a couple up here, Bill. Does your bathroom or home
Heck yeah.
need updated? Well, we got a couple people say they do.
Absolutely.
Call Steel Valley Contracting and take advantage of their from now until April 15th and receive 10% off bathroom or home projects. Bathrooms are backed by a lifetime warranty and quality guarantee. That is Steel Valley Contracting. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, Super Bowl predictions from people that we grew up with, an up-and-coming country singer from Nashville, and a former legendary Ohio Valley news anchor. Those predictions up next.
Hey neighbor, Sean Campbell here with M&M Hardware DIY tip number 53. Doing it yourself doesn't mean doing it alone. The experts at M&M Hardware can help answer your questions and find out what you need. You can do it yourself with M&M Hardware.
Interstate Waste Services provides responsible, environmentally compliant waste disposal solutions. We are your partners in sustainability, leveraging proven and innovative technology to reduce the impact of wastes on environmental stewardship and safety was founded by our employees, working every day to protect their neighborhoods, families, and each other while providing an essential service to their community.
The Laborers Local 809 in Steubenville, Ohio has been proudly serving the community since receiving its trades charter on April 10, 1936. We're committed to providing trained, highly skilled, and experienced craftsmen to signatory building and trades and heavy highway contractors, ensuring top-notch quality and expertise in every construction project we undertake. Beyond the job site, we actively engage with our community. Together, we're not just laborers, we're the backbone of the Ohio Valley, and we stand ready to lead and inspire. For more, visit local809.com.
Hey neighbor, Sean Campbell here with M&M Hardware DIY tip number 53. Doing it yourself doesn't mean doing it alone. The experts at M&M Hardware can help answer your questions and find out what you need. You can do it yourself with M&M Hardware.
And we're back live at Seven Ranges Entertainment, and we've got more Super Bowl predictions. We've got from our sponsors. Our sponsors are on here giving us their Super Bowl predictions. We've got our former dear friend, Jim Forbes,
Still
former
a dear
anchor.
friend. Still a dear friend.
Absolutely. And we got an up-and-coming country music star in here, and we've also got
my roommate from college, Mike Pavlik from Philly.
And we've got
He's from Jersey. He's not from Jersey.
Mr. Tony Filberto, because
hey now.
it's the M&M Hardware locks of the week. And so Tony Filberto, coach Mr. Lock right here.
That's why he's so good at the locks of the week.
That's why he's going to be the last one. So let's kick it off with Jim Forbes and our picks for the M&M Hardware locks of the week.
As you know, my Steelers fell short of going to the playoffs this year. They fell short of going to the Super Bowl by one game and making history. So, what's my prediction? Country roads take Mahomes. 21-14. See you all.
My name is Clint Powell, the business manager of the Labor's Local 809. My M&M Hardware lock of the week is the Kansas City Chiefs by a score of 42-39. Why? Because I care about my Super Bowl board numbers. And another reason why is because Patrick Mahomes wears number 15. Every time you touch him, they're going to get 15 more yards. Let's go!
This is Joe Lucchino with Cedar One. Dawn, we have a split house. I think the Chiefs are going to win, but my kids think otherwise. Lola?
I think Eagles are going to win.
Santina?
Eagles 38-34.
38-34.
Hey, hello. WTOV9 Sports on the Go. This is David Sipley with Interstate Waste Services. The M&M Hardware lock for the Super Bowl is the Eagles. They certainly have much better intangibles, I think, this Super Bowl than they did 2 years ago. So I believe the Eagles will win by at least 10 points.
Hello, High Valley. I'm Smitty at Smitty's Floors here with the M&M Hardware Lock of the Week. And because Cooper Smith said so, I'm going to go with the Chiefs 31-27. There you have it.
Morning, Bill. 3 keys to the Eagles winning the Super Bowl on Sunday. 1, coaching. Sirianni, second time he is at the Super Bowl, but he has better defense and offensive coordinators, so definitely an advantage for the Eagles this time around. Second, defense needs to contain Mahomes. And then third, watch for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts needs to step up, have a game like he had against Pittsburgh. Take it easy, Bill. Talk to you soon. Hey, Isaac Cole here from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. My M&M Hardware lock of the week is I think the Eagles are going to put up a good fight, but I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win it by a touchdown and an extra point. Don't forget to check out my new single, I'm Gonna Love You, available on all streaming platforms.
Hey, Bill and Dawn, Brad Rapp here of Emmleton, Pennsylvania, home of 2 famous sports icons. Number 1, Claude Ritchie of the Pittsburgh Pirates, also known as Mr. All Right. Second famous icon from Emmleton, PA, yours truly, Nacho Man, Don Sloan. Now, Sloaney and I, we have turned over more double plays than Hannes Wagner and Claude Ritchie combined in our days, so we go way back. But I'm here not to talk about baseball. I want to talk about this week's upcoming Super Bowl, where I predict the Philadelphia Eagles in a ball control offense. Let's just say they give Barkley the ball. Let's keep the hands out of Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to take the Eagles 27-17, and that's my lock of the week.
Hey, Don Sloan. M&M Hardware pick for the game will be 24-17. I'm a true PA boy from the past. Philadelphia Eagles. See ya.
You have to root for history. 3-peat, baby. First team to 3-peat. Going with Kansas City. And after the game, Travis Kelce will propose to T. Swift with the Lombardi. Mark it down.
Hi, I'm Coach Tony Filberto.
I had the pleasure of coaching the energetic, enthusiastic